Welcome to the most interesting sports podcast you'd find on digital media. My name is Big Lala, and I'm the host of this wonderful episode of Truth and Banter. I have several guests on my pod today, and the pod is 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 all about telling each fan base the truth. And if they don't accept it, yeah, they will think it's banter, but sometimes it's the truth. So that's why we're here on Truth and Banter. My name is Big Lala. I have on the call, I've got the Arsenal fan, Rollins. Rollins, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Rollins. As you all know, it's good to be here.
Okay, Rollins, nice to have you on there. I've got also another Arsenal fan. His name is Dele. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Thank you very much. Up Gunners.
Gunners, Bao. Gunners, they go down. They never missed up for today. I got Show, the Man United fan. Show, how's it going? Is it relegation battle?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, well, it's fine.
Yeah, relegation battle or not?
No.
No. And I've got Opeyinka. Opeyinka, the Chelsea fan. How you doing, Opeyinka?
I'm doing great, my brother.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Yeah.
Blues to Blues. I've got one more Chelsea fan, Toby Papite. How you doing, Toby?
All good. London is blue. Chelsea is the pride of London. 100.
Okay. As as the host of the podcast, I'm going to try my possible best to be, impartial, be neutral in everything. So if I'm being impartial, you guys should let me know before my love for blue start, overriding things. I don't want it to be like that. So without mincing words, without further ado, let's get on into the conversation. I mean, over the weekend, there was loads of discussions around Salah and Hazard. People had a lot to say, so which is why I've brought you guys here today on this spot to, lay the matter to rest. I would like to ask you individually, right? As a fan of football, if you had a football team, right? If you had a football team, you were the manager, which of these two players are you going to, must have? You can only have one of them, either Salah or Hazard. As a manager of a football team, which of these players would you have and why? I'm going to start with the Chelsea fans. I'm going to start with Opeyinka. Could you let us know?
Yeah, all day I'll go for Hazard.
Why would you go for Hazard?
So for me, like as a manager of a football team or as the owner of a football team, which was the question? Like the owner or the manager?
As the manager of a football team.
As a manager, it's a bit dicey, to be honest. Yeah, but I'll go for Hazard. Maybe there's some bit of sentiment in there, but I'll go for Hazard because I need more than just a goal scorer as a manager. I need someone that can drop deep, make something happen in the middle of the park, and carry the ball front and score as well. So yeah, I'll go for Hazard.
So are you saying Salah can't do that?
Salah basically needs someone to function. Then Hazard can function on his own, basically.
True. Okay. No, that's not true. As the host, I'm supposed to be impartial. I'm going to go to the Arsenal fan, Rollins. What do you think about that? Do you think as a manager, who would you have in your team and why?
Okay, I'll go with Hazard because Hazard is when you look at Hazard, I watched Hazard from 2 seasons of Lille before he left and came to Chelsea. Hazard is a phenomenal player. Hazard, if you want to compare, the reason why I don't like this kind of debate between Hazard and Salah is because of if you look at the years they played, Hazard retired early at his peak. We don't even know who Mo Salah is. When Hazard was in EPL, we don't know who Mo Salah is. So now, if you look at Salah now, before Hazard, I think before he left, Salah picked up when he came. I think before he left, I think 1 or 2 seasons they played together in EPL. But before he left, Hazard was still, if not number 1 in England. Dribbles. If you want to base it on stats, now Salah has more than Hazard because Hazard is no more playing again. If you want to base it on stats, Salah has more than, but as a coach, always go for Hazard. He can create nothing out of something.
Okay.
Unlike Salah. Salah is a good poacher. You need someone to feed him.
Interesting. Dele, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't understand when people say Salah cannot function without the midfielder or need someone to feed. Go and check Salah's first 2-3 seasons. Salah only upgraded his game now because the game has changed. Now he's scoring more. He doesn't have time to dribble like Hazard would dribble like what is that former Newcastle player's name? That just dribbles and dribbles.
Ben Arfa.
No, the other black one, Sam Maximum.
Oh, Maximin. Okay.
Now, right now, it's all about your goal scoring attributes and your stats. You know, for me as a player, as a coach, I would like Salah in my team. Goals win you games. Look at Man U, for example. Put Hazard in Man U now. He can dribble all he wants, give the ball to one other person, they'll miss it. And what you expectations. But for me, I'll take Salah all day. It's not even a debate. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna take Show's comment first before we make the discussion a bit more practical, with example, with facts, not just with feelings, because we have to be we can't just decide things based on feelings. If you feel a certain way, you have to give examples of why you feel that type of way. So Show, what do you think?
Okay. As a coach, I would tilt towards Salah. Okay, and the reason is simple. You know, at the end of the day, the goal of every team is to win games, and of course, what make you win games? Goals. Salah is someone, at least from the start in the past, say 4 years or thereabouts. The guy is guaranteeing whichever team he plays for over 30 goals. I mean, just add 30 goals to Man U stats currently in this season. Man U will be there in, say, top 4 or top 6. I don't know if you get my point anyway, but I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I like players with flair, Hazard, Neymar, Ronaldinho, and the likes. Yeah, you know, it gives those entertaining and banter and all of that. But hey, the game has moved away from that. You need to get us the goals. If someone like Hazard plays in Man U, like Dele rightly said, and you know, he go past about 3 people and give Mr. 9.5. And Mr. 9.5 balloon it to, you know, outside Old Trafford. I mean, all his dribbles will amount to nothing. And the team will still be languishing with Southampton and Ipswich and the likes. So personally for me, it's Salah. But I love Hazard, believe me. But no, it's Salah.
Okay. So I would like to believe that as a manager, you want the most effective team. And when I say the most effective, you want players who would, you know, come on board and, you know, make things happen, give you the most important thing, which is goals and assists, and make sure that you win games, which is very, very important. Bearing that in mind, right, even though you love the flair of the game, why would anyone think like a Hazard is better? If you think Hazard is better, everyone who's chosen Hazard right now, can you give us instances, right, that have over, I don't know how many, 7 seasons or 8 seasons at Chelsea, instances of when this particular flair, how many times it happened over the, you know, those 7 seasons, compared to, for example, Salah consistency. He's not giving you the flair like, maybe once in a while gives you the flair like Hazard, but then he's always consistent with those goals and assists every season. Why would you choose someone who is not consistent with the flair or the beautiful game? So who would like to go first on this?
Okay, let me go first. So, all right. Firstly, I'm going to make an instance about we all watched Hazard and Salah in their prime, right? And I without any sense of sentiment, I know everybody knows that in Hazard's prime, Hazard was mentioned alongside players like Neymar, even some bracketing with Ronaldo and Messi, right? In Salah's prime, you cannot put in that conversation with Ronaldo, even Lewandowski. So you just have to put him, okay, maybe in some good goal scoring charts debates, but not like best in the game. So when I'm talking about versatility, in fact, for me, I think this is the edge Hazard has over Salah. Put him in number 10 position. Salah is more of an inside winger. He's not a proper winger. Sometimes he plays more like towards the striker. So it's very unfair to judge someone that is basically playing from 10 most times or a proper winger. You expect him to give you the goals that Salah will give you. That being said, let's think about their national teams now. Okay, now they are not. This is as Belgium is supposed to be a special team. Since Hazard retired from football, what has Belgium achieved? They still have all the players they had when Hazard was playing when they finished all the World Cup. So if you look at Salah on the other hand, Egypt has been performing very well in Nations Cup. I think they are the most successful team in terms of Nations Cup. Then look at their stats since Salah started playing for them. How many AFCON have they won? I think that should bring us to a realistic conclusion that football is just more than you need someone that can score the goals for you. You need someone that, even on his bad day, he might not score, but he'll bring other players to play. I think that's all I have to say for now.
To be honest, I understand you. I do get what you're saying. But if you're using country football to judge this issue, do you think it's worth it? I mean, they only play with their country. I mean, the players in the countryside a couple of times in a year. They don't train as much as in the club side. If you judge this, I mean, debate based on the club, they spent months together in the club. They play so many games. They play more games with the clubs than with the country. And don't you think that you need someone who is more consistent with the most important thing, which is goals and assists, not just someone who shows flair, shows once in a while why he's a good dribbler, rather than he's a good finisher, he's a good assister.
Yeah, as I said, that's just like one instance. Hazard is more than so when you talk about that, people tend to think about the flair. Hazard is more than just the flair. Okay, like I can give you instances where Hazard on his own would do a solo goal. I think all of us, we can mention 5 goals on top of our head that Hazard, it was a solo goal from Hazard. But nobody can talk about Salah giving you a solo goal.
I disagree. Sure. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, so what Ogbenka is saying, for me, I get his point, but I also think that he's speaking from the point of being a Chelsea fan. Yeah. Now, for me, really, if I were to be a football coach, okay, and I have a team now, like I said earlier, the game is about, winning. And of course, what guarantees you winning? Goals. Now, the only reason why I would choose a Hazard over a Salah in my team, I'm saying the only reason is this. If I have someone like Kane up front, and I know that, no matter what, as long as we create something for this guy up there, he will give me some 50 goals in a season. Okay, yeah, then I can get him someone to create those chances. Or if I have a Mr. 9.5 up there, then of course I have to go with Salah. The team really is about balance. And you have to, although I understand, for example, it's like comparing Rashford and Nani. They are 2 different players and 2 different styles entirely. The way Nani played during his time, he was more of a midfielder in a 4-4-2. Of course, he plays from the wing, but he was more of a midfielder. Now, Rashford is a forward. That's why majority of those set of players do not really do crosses. Right? You hardly see Rashford cross ball out. They are like inside forward players. And of course, because of the way the game has morphed over the years, it's really about how many goals now, how many assists. That's why in midfielders conversation as well, you always hear, okay, how many goals did he score eventually? You understand? Which is not the core function of a midfielder. And that's one of the reasons why I also don't like the fact that defenders, especially wing backs, are always judged on their offensive abilities. No, the primary function of these guys, many of them don't even do it. But of course, they can mask it up with, I can do 15 assists in a year. But guy, you will also cost the team because the primary function is not being done. So back to Hazard and Salah. Personally, I will always choose Salah because of how the game is now. Is Salah. Of course, Hazard is a fantastic player, and I cannot, like I said, I love him more than Salah. It's just the pure truth. I love him. I love players with flair because, of course, that's how I play too, But just like the game has morphed, you have to
So that's
get
how you
someone
play.
who will.
Where do you play?
Yeah,
Where do you play like that?
ask people that knows me. I mean, Okoyinka is here now.
Who has the evidence?
least-
Anyone who's going to back shows claim up that's how he plays. He plays like
Okoyinka is here. Okoyinka is
like
here.
Hazard.
Yeah, not like not like Hazard.
Okoyinka is here.
Yeah, he has show us
Show has flair.
without power.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, normal. There's no power. I don't. But I mean, yeah, flair. Yeah, that's how because he's entertaining and all of that. But hey, don't forget that the primary aim while we're on that field is to get result, which is from goals. Do you understand? So I will always choose Salah. But if the team is almost completed, that I have someone like CR7 or Kane up front there, and I know that that guy, as long as I give that guy 5 passes, it will get me 4 goals. Then maybe I'll get Salah. I'll get Hazard. Yeah.
Okay, so when we have these discussions, guys, I want you to bring it up with facts. I don't want people to say things like, Hazard he can score, he can hold the ball and dribble and score. Don't forget that Salah has scored several goals like that. And when I say effectiveness it's all the football has gone beyond, let's carry the ball, dribble everybody, everybody hail you. It's gone beyond that, right? You need people who are actually effective. Example of people who are effective dribblers and scorers, of course, Messi is out of this world. You had Ronaldinho at one point. You had R9 at one point. These guys are both dribblers, but they didn't use that as an excuse not to be effective and score goals, right? So I want you guys to have that at the back of your mind when you state your claim for who is better. So I'm going to go with Ola Salam, who's just joined the pod. Ola Salam, how are you doing? What do you think about the current discussion?
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
The conversation is about Hazard versus Salah, right?
Yeah.
Well, basically for me, it's just plain truth. I think Salah is more effective than Hazard. That's just the plain truth. We all saw Hazard in his prime, and I would say Salah is in his prime right now. I don't really think Hazard has that much match winning capability and goal scoring tactics like Salah does. So maybe because of the team or because of the era we are in, but I would forever pick a Salah over Hazard. I don't really think football is about just dribbling at a time. Yes, we are all looking for what would I say, results, which is goals. And just like Shaw mentioned before, Shaw is a very fantastic player. He has a lot of flair. But when it comes to results, I don't think he's the kind of person you can build a team on for results. Do you understand? So Hazard is a kind of player that, he can start the play and of course he can finish it. But the consistency Salah has, you can't just it's unimaginable. He has, for the past 3, 4, 5 years, he has been consistent, regardless of the transfer rumors and everything. But I would forever pick a Salah over a fully fit Hazard. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that.
Well, let me add a supporting statement to what that guy just said. I like what he said. Has Salah, I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, has never gone 10 games without scoring an EPL goal. Hazard went 29 games or 28, quote me, all starting every game. That should tell you something.
No.
Go and check it.
No, check that. No.
Okay, check it.
Check it.
But check it, please.
Okay, I think I remember that period where he scored, I think, second to the last game of the season.
Yeah.
And
Yes, second to the last game of the season. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
We ended that season with 4 goals, but he didn't start every game. Please check.
Okay.
you the one. You the one to fact check. Check it.
Okay, so let's keep it to facts. So, Dele, you brought that fact. If you can do us a favor, just drop the link to that or the
Okay.
proof of that in the group, and then we'll take it
Okay.
from there. Before we go, move on to the next topic. Rollins, do you have anything to add to the discussion?
Also, please, after Rollins, I want to go back to Show and Ola Salam, please.
No problem. Let's see what Rollins got to say.
Yes. There's something Ola Salam said that I think I disagree with. He mentioned effectiveness. I don't know who I can use to compare Yaya Toure when Yaya Toure was at Man City. Does Yaya Toure score goals
I think
compared
yes.
to De Bruyne?
I think you're forgetting what Yaya Toure is. I don't know if I'm being honest.
No. I just want to ask, does he score goals more than De Bruyne?
Yes.
I think if what you mean is he has more goal contribution, then you're right. But if you say goals, it might be up to facts. But
Yeah,
goals
it's
contribution
scores goals. Yeah.
is up.
So between Yaya Toure and KDB, who do you think has more effectiveness?
In a team,
Yes.
for me, any day, anytime, I will pick a Yaya Toure. Any day,
Why?
anytime.
Okay, can I ask you why?
The thing is, a lot of people forget the structure of the kind of team we are speaking about. A KDB can be in a team and in 5 games is off 2 of the matches. That is a KDB. But a Toure once is on the pitch, it's just like a Busquets. Busquets doesn't score much goals, but you can't go through the midfield without talking about the importance of Busquets. That's who I see Toure as. Toure provides more structure to a team. KDB, if you're talking about Kevin De Bruyne, now I would say in the offensive mentality, he's very effective. But if you talk about Toure, whether offensive, whether defensive, is more available for his team. So I would forever pick a Kevin De Bruyne over Toure over Kevin De Bruyne. Fact for me.
So that's, you just basically differentiate Hazard and Salah.
Okay.
I think we're also maybe it's recency bias, but you can't say that there was one time Yaya Toure was hands down the best midfielder, or arguably the best player at Man City, because he was dragging them towards title wins. He was scoring goals, forgetting that sometimes he's not even the main attacking midfielder. There was David Silva in there, but Yaya Toure was there and shining. That's why I say, though, perhaps you need to go and look at the stats. I mean, there are instances where I'm looking at it right now. He scored 60 Premier League goals, 31 assists. I'm trying to pull up.
Okay, for me, basically, I don't really look at stats, honestly, because stats.
Yeah, but his point was that, does Yaya Toure score as much as or assist as much?
No. I'm not trying to use that score. And when you talk about effectiveness, Yaya Toure on the pitch, you can't control that midfield when he's there. He's not going to give you those goals. He's going to control that midfield, and that's what Hazard does as a winger. He's going to disturb you. He's going to, you are you are in hot soup when you meet Hazard. He's not a goal poacher. Salah is a goal poacher. That is the difference between them. But Hazard, no.
But do you know when it comes to Salah, in every game, Salah is, maybe because of the way I see it, I don't think Salah is hungry for goals. The goals just come for Salah. That is what I see Salah as. Unlike Hazard disturbs, definitely. He's 90 minutes is there. That's Hazard for you. But Salah, he's not crazy about the goals. The goals just come.
Is Hazard crazy about the goals?
That's what I'm saying. Hazard is not crazy about the goals, and the goals don't come as they come for Salah. I think Salah positions himself as a winger. I mean, once he gets in that position, you can be sure that the goals is going to come. The goals are going to come, definitely. Once
Okay.
it's that position, the goals are going to come. But I mean, Hazard, he positions himself, but Hazard does more work to get to the finish line than Salah.
Okay, sorry, please let me come in. So first, I'm going to start with Show, right?
Yeah.
Show says something like, if you have a team that you have a strike, if you can promise you are going to have a striker. So I'm going to tell you that in Hazard's 7 seasons at Chelsea, the only good striker that he played with should be Diego Costa. He played with Drogba when he was past his best. Lukaku. Did you play with Lukaku? No. With what's this guy?
Whose fault is that?
Morata. He played with strikers that will not have as much goals as like he would. So then when everybody says, oh, Hazard is just a flair play, he's just a dribbler or something, I think that is quite disrespectful to what Hazard did in football. Because I think what Lala said is actually the issue we have here, is recency bias. Because most of us have forgotten who Hazard actually was when he was in Premier League. He played for 7 seasons in Chelsea. He scored 110 goals. That's an average of 15.6 goals per season, right? And in those seasons,
in the Premier League or just all?
no, like in total.
Okay.
For 7 seasons, 110 goals. So when
Hazard,
we say,
110 goals.
yeah,
It's not in the league of people that score 100 goals.
I said in all competitions. So if someone played 7 seasons and scored 110 goals, I'm sure in those seasons it would be one of Chelsea's top goal scorers, goal scorers in at least maybe 5 out of the 7 seasons. So we are talking about a Liverpool team that has been built to play direct football.
Bro, it's not true. Fast check. He played 245 games for Chelsea. He scored only 85 goals.
Who? Yeah, no.
That's
Hazard.
Premier League. Yeah, that's just
Ca-
Premier League.
That's not Premier League, Allah.
No,
It's
I'm
not
counting
Premier League.
5 goals.
Okay, I'll put it on the
Yeah,
the chat.
yeah.
Not this chat, but the other chat.
Yeah. What the stats you're referring to is actually just Premier League. It didn't include the Champions League goals, maybe league, FA Cup, and things like that. It doesn't include all that. So that's just Premier League. But yes, go on up when you can make a
Wikipedia
point.
does not. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So when we say stuff like, oh, Hazard is a dribbler, no, I think it's respectful. Look at Hazard and Salah. They came in at Chelsea. Both of them started on the same ground. One made it out, one didn't make it out.
Don't say that. Don't say
Wait,
that.
hold on.
As at the time,
I'm telling you that.
no, don't say that.
Wait.
When Hazard
Yeah.
couldn't get into the team and KDB couldn't get in Chelsea team and Oscar did, does that mean Oscar is better than Hazard?
Wait.
Yeah, good point. Let him make his points. Olasola, let him make his points.
Play at Chelsea is not the same style at Liverpool. We all know that Liverpool plays direct football. So there's they have in a long time, I can't remember having in top of my head any midfielder or winger in Liverpool that plays with flair, that wants to go past defender. It's just a counter-attacking side. That's how they were built. A Salah in Chelsea for 7 years would not score 110 goals. I can give you that to take you to the bank. That's exactly my point. So Hazard is just more than, and if you look at it, Hazard was playing very well. Salah was playing very well. Who did Madrid come for? Who has the ability to attract big teams? Who has the market ability between Hazard and Salah? So you have to think about things. Yes, it's good. Of course, football has gone to an extent that we all talk about goals and assists. But we need to critically check that, okay, you as a defender right now, who would you rather face, Salah or Hazard?
Me as
I think both. Yeah, I think both of them are actually they are both scary to face. I don't think anyone.
Lala, sorry. Let me answer in that note. Sorry, guys. I think what people fail to understand is Salah upgraded, changed his game. If you go watch Salah the first 2-3 years of his Liverpool career, he's scary. He goes by everybody like same way as Hazard does. But football, he understood that football is just more than I dribble you, I go back like mad waking. And no one to score.
Why no measure Martinelli, they Chris?
Martinelli doesn't know how to dribble, so I can't mention. It's just speed. But Salah built his game on goal scoring. He mentioned it in his latest interview. He said, in some games, I'm 0, but I had in the score. So thanks.
Isn't that the hallmark of great players? They can be rubbish the whole game, and
Thank
when
you.
when you need them the most, they pop up with the goals. A lot of people, a lot of players can, when you look at their rating, they can be rubbish the whole game. By the time they just score one or assist one like this, before you know it, they're man of the match. But the whole
Definitely.
game they were rubbish. Isn't that what great players do?
I don't think there is too many games where we can actually write off Salah. See, for me, Hazard is a very great player. He has technical abilities or anything. But Salah is just the man. Trust me. Salah is just the man. Salah, I think when it comes to the idea we have about a winger, because I'm going to say football has really dropped. If you think about football in the last 10, 15 years, if the idea we have about a winger is dribble and score, I think Salah meets that purpose week in, week out. See, Hazard can come on the pitch. He does his razzle dazzle. He does his sensational stuffs and everything. But the rate at which Salah finishes it off as a winger, it's not just about sometimes. Okay, if I'm a defender and I was tasked with facing Hazard and Salah, of course I'll be scared of Hazard. But there's a difference between facing a winger and just getting dribbled, and facing a winger and be dribbled and scored against immediately. That's Salah. And Salah is a kind of player that once you take your eyes off 1 second, it's a goal. That is Salah. But if you look at Hazard, sometimes Hazard plays, he cuts in from the middle into the wing and different stuff. Yes, he's that player. But I don't think he finishes off the way Salah is going to finish it off. If my team is 2-0 down and I see a Salah and I see Hazard coming in, of course, Hazard will definitely disturb us for the rest of the 30 minutes is coming on. But if you take your eyes off Salah any minute, it's going to be a goal. That is what I think Salah brings to the team. So I don't think this is really much of a conversation.
Okay. I think what we should also look at, I'm just going to put my 2 cents as the host. I think what we should also give Salah credit for is he changed his game. I don't know who mentioned that. And
you upgraded, definitely.
Yeah. If you take Salah now, when he was young, you take Ronaldo when he was young. These guys, they upgraded their games. They knew football was beyond just dribbling or this. The team has to win. You have to score. You have to assist. So props to him. I don't think Hazard ever upgraded his game to that level where he thought output only. I need to make sure that goals are scored. I need to make sure that I give the best possible assist. Of course, he had shit players around him. Excuse my French, but yeah. So those are the things that we need to have in mind when we discuss these things. Before we move on from this topic, anyone else have any last thoughts?
About daily stats about Hazard in 2015. And so I'm going to drop it now. Hazard actually missed 8 games with 5 games with hips injury, 2 with minor knock, 3 with minor knock. So he missed about 10 games. So you're not going to say this. And he actually started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games on the bench. That's about 16 games out of 38 matches.
Okay, so
are you justifying that he went 16 games without scoring?
Yes, it's possible for
No. Yes or no, please.
And even Messi has scored 5 goals in a season with PSG. Messi.
And he went how many games without scoring?
We've all seen great players playing for like.
Hold on. Messi went how many games without scoring? 10 games.
I said he's finished the season with 5 league goals.
Don't worry. Let's just move on.
Yeah, so by that logic, I think it's quite unfortunate that you are going to excuse Salah's first bad season in Chelsea because it was just coming up and
that was okay.
Now you can't excuse one bad season out of 7 seasons.
Okwenka,
what's the percentage? Wait, what's the failure percentage of having one bad season in 7 full seasons?
Let me ask you a question. Why? Okay, you mentioned something which I'm not really cool with. You said at the beginning of Salah's career, he could not get to Chelsea team. Yeah. When Hazard left Chelsea, he was at the peak of his career. I'm a Barcelona fan. I was really rooting for him. Yeah. Remember, we once had a conversation, Hazard versus Neymar. Do you remember? Yeah. And I was really rooting for Hazard. at the time Hazard went to Real Madrid, we can also equate it to the time Salah was trying to get into the Chelsea team.
There are two different things, bro.
Wait,
An established player.
That wasn't the time Salah was trying to get into Chelsea's team.
no, not Hazard. I said we can equate Hazard's being a flop at Madrid to Salah being a flop at.
But you know that the only reason Hazard was a flop at Madrid was because of injuries. You know, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
No. I think we can discuss
It was
this.
because of
That's
injury.
not true.
He had
That's
a lot
not
of
true.
injuries.
That's not true.
That is not true.
That's not
He
true.
got injured after the flop.
That's not
Made
true.
it
No.
made it flop.
Go and
He
watch
had
Real
a
Madrid.
lot of
Already a
injuries.
flop. It was already a flop.
Wait,
We started.
guys, calm down. You need to watch Hazard versus PSG before Pavard did what he did. That was the down part to Hazard's career in Real Madrid. You have to be factual.
No.
don't need to-
I think if you want to be factual,
Okay, if you want to
I
be
don't-
factual,
if you want to be
Sorry.
factual, you would say what happened is, I mean, this is based off interviews of players themselves, not just what you think. Players that come out and said at Chelsea, Hazard was the kind of player where he doesn't take training seriously. And because he was the king around the Stamford Bridge, he could get away with those things. He didn't have to train much. And he spent the peak of his, career in the Premier League not training much, but on match day, he turns it up. We know that he has the talent, but he wasn't putting in the work to be the best version of himself. When he got to Madrid, when he got to Madrid, he couldn't get away with those things of, oh, I'm not training. It was tasked. Part of the issues we had at Madrid was he wasn't putting his all. And because of that, you would see him not making the team, being on the
Yeah,
bench.
but
And
what
they
I'm
kept
trying
on
to tell you
saying
is
it.
This is what happened after on. When he got to Madrid, he didn't start on that note. That's why I said all you need to do to understand where it went wrong for Hazard was to just go and watch Real Madrid versus PSG.
But that's not the
He was
worst.
practically the best player on the pitch before that injury.
True, but that's
And
not the
when he
worst
came
thing.
back from
That's
that
not the worst
injury-
injury. That's not
Okay,
the worst injury that's happened to Hazard.
Let
If you
me finish. Let me
He never recovered from that injury.
wait. Let me
It was
finish.
still the same injury that forced his start.
Let me finish what I was saying. Who remembers that? I think before Salah became who he was, I think he went to is it Fiorentina or what team did he go to?
I think
Roma.
I think he went
Yeah,
to
Florentina, then
he
Roma.
went to Fiorentina to Roma. Go and look at Salah in Fiorentina and Roma. It was when he got to Fiorentina, he started upgrading his game.
But as Salah has always been the strong right Phillips from time, speed and shoot.
No, but Hazard, Salah is not ending as the Sean Wright Phillips guy. That's what we are trying to say. Salah upgraded. If you look at Salah's journey from Chelsea, he went to Fiorentina, he upgraded. From Fiorentina, he went to Roma. It was when he got to Roma that everybody was actually saying that why didn't Chelsea hold on for this guy? And nobody was actually patient to see, or what would I say? Nobody actually hoped for or predicted who Salah was going to become after leaving Roma. Now look at Hazard under the different coaches that have coached him in Liverpool. In every coach's tenure, he improved.
How many coaches, please? How
I
many
think-
coaches did he play under in Liverpool?
I think he played under
Max
Klopp and
3.
three. I think Brendan Rodgers, Klopp, and this new guy. Yeah,
And in one season in Chelsea, sometimes you can count 3 coaches. Can you see where the differences are?
how many seasons did Salah use in Chelsea before he was kicked out?
Okay, please, before I end, I just want to ask you guys that chose as Salah. I want to ask you just one question. So, what do you think contributed to the fact that in all of these things you've counted, the market value of Hazard and like how clubs wanted him, even if he comes out of retirement now, he will probably still have more pull power than Salah. What is responsible for this?
That's not possible.
You can't.
He's
you can't say-
European.
You can't even. No. You can't even say.
That's not
You
possible.
can't. You can't say this, but you have to
That's
back
not
it up with facts. Now we
That's
don't want
not-
to just
now,
make
so
out.
now let's start with how they started off. Hazard came out from Lille as one of the most sought after player in the world, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he made the decision to sign for Chelsea because Chelsea won Champions League. I can even still remember the tweet in top of my head. I'm signing for the Champions League winner. They had a lot of teams that wanted to sign him now at that time. Then after he
Mention
had
the
this,
teams. Mention the teams.
Man City was there. I think Real Madrid. There were a lot of teams.
Because Real Madrid was never there. As at the
Bayern
time,
Munich was there.
as at the time
Arsenal was
Hazard was
there.
coming up, as at the time
Arsenal was
Hazard,
there, yes.
okay, as at the time Hazard was coming up, a Real Madrid will never go for Hazard.
Just hold on.
Okoyenka, for the
Are
Chelsea
we
team,
talking about teams that are playing well or teams that are not playing well that are fighting for relegation?
Okoyenka, let's just ask you a simple question. For the Chelsea team right now, are you getting me?
Yeah.
If you were to pick between Hazard in his peak and Salah in his peak, be honest with yourself. Who are you going to go for?
Of course, I'm going to pick Hazard. We have Palmer that gives us goals. Where are we with it?
Is the biasness is coming out. Even the same Chelsea team right now, the best dribbler is probably this guy from mine, the guy on loan from mine,
Sancho.
And the
Sancho is
person with the best.
not-
Hold on, bro. Let me land. The person with the best numbers is what's it called? Palmer.
Palmer.
Palmer and Sancho, they're way like they're not even.
But that's
Sancho, they-
agreeable. That's agreeable.
You are biased.
Or current form.
Well,
Okoyenka, you are biased.
don't say comment from now. The whole season, you can't. If you look at the number of dribbles now, if you bring out that stat, you probably see Palmer ahead of Sancho, and that's
Oh no, it's based
Basically,
on
I think
numbers.
the problem I have with this conversation. How would you
Let's
equate
move.
Hazard with Sancho in this conversation?
I'm not equating. I'm
Move
making
on.
an
Thank
example. They're making an example in the team
Just-
you have right now.
Make
Final
another
words.
example. That's not good.
final words. I don't think anybody's going to change their mind on this. We have Okoyenka who's chosen Hazard, Dele Salah, Ola Salam Salah, Rollins is Hazard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show, are you Salah?
Rollins is an Arsenal fan.
Of course, yeah. Salah.
Show is Salah.
What
Toby,
about Toby's not talking?
Rollins is an
Toby,
Arsenal
Toby,
fan.
Toby has dropped off. Who else is there that hasn't chosen? To me, it might shock you guys, but I actually prefer Salah. I hate building team around just one player. I want people to be effective. As long as other people are scoring and you two are also doing your part, I'm happy with that. I think Salah ticks the box for me.
But you know, Liverpool is still built around Salah.
Yeah,
No,
but
It's not.
But even if he's scoring all goals, you see that people around him actually score with him. We had a good relationship playing with Mane. They had telepathic relationship. They scored and assisted for each other. Same thing he has with the current crop of Luis Diaz and sometimes Jota. So I think he's
But if you use the word
When you think
build around a player, so if Salah is scoring 20 goals,
no. What I mean,
the next person is going to have.
no. What I mean is when I say build around a player is if you watch Chelsea under when Hazard was there, we always wanted Hazard to come up with the goods. You have
It's
to
like
give Hazard,
Arsenal and Saka.
yeah.
Right.
You have to give Hazard the ball. He has to dribble. Like if Hazard doesn't come to the party, that's it. Nothing happens for Chelsea, and I hated that about Chelsea, which is why sometimes I don't like when it happens with Palmer. I want
Are you a
people to
Chelsea
play
fan?
as a team. I'm a Chelsea fan. I want my team to play as a team, to be effective, not to build it around one person. So that when that one person is not playing, we'll now be looking for. Imagine what if this guy was playing. That's what I didn't really like that. But yes, Hazard is a great player.
Salah it's very possible for Salah to have an injury of, let me say, a month, and Liverpool is not going to miss him 100%. I'm seeking facts, bro. Bro, see, the only person that is actually not being very effective in the Liverpool team when it comes to goals is this guy from Uruguay.
Jota.
Not Jota.
Nunes.
Darwin Nunes. But when it comes to, you see all these other guys, they are very, very effective. So,
Bro, I tell you for fact that if you take a Van Dijk and a Salah from Liverpool right now, they will not win the Premier League.
why would you take a Van Dijk and
Let's
Salah
move
from
on.
Liverpool?
Let's move.
Moving on, don't worry. They're matching to relegation.
well, my network is fluctuating.
Oh, no.
They're matching to relegation. So the next topic on our agenda is Man United and Amorim. I don't know. Let's take the words from the Man United fan themselves. What do you think is the problem? Why have things not changed? We've seen new manager bounce, but this one is not bouncing. It's just the same level or even worse.
I have a confession.
Eh.
Now me they do, man.
So you don't see the person where they do you. What do you think is the problem with United and Amorim?
Okay.
This is very boring topic. Very boring topic.
Well, shit.
This is a very boring topic, please.
It's
Very, very boring.
It choke. Sure. Let us know what's the issue. We want to hear from.
So don't cry, please. Don't cry, bro.
The problem is Sho doesn't even know. That's the problem.
Let me
It
see.
is
What-
crazy. Okay, so
Mhm.
I hope you can hear me. So well, we have like 1001 problems. You know, I got 99 problems, kind of stuffs. But I think somehow the players' confidence are quite low because I don't believe that all of them at the same time are this bad, like this stage, like they are this bad. No, that's one. Now, sometimes you know, coaches have their own philosophy and what they want to do. Just like, you know, Chelsea coach, when he came in and he was doing something, even till now, so many Chelsea fans do not really like his approach. But hey, this is what this guy wants, and he believes that he will see the results this way. Okay, that's fine.
Don't bring Chelsea into your matter. Just keep yourself.
Okay, so now for Man U, okay, the rot has been on for a while, and our transfers has been terrible. Okay, our transfers has been quite terrible. Now, there are certain things that I expected of a professional footballer. I mean, I am not a professional footballer, but I mean, I could do certain things, which are basic things. I know the coach, whether both Amorim and ETH have their own faults, okay? I'm going to say this format. Sure. Now, the coaches have their own issues, okay? Just like, of course, every other fan base always complain about their coaches, even those that are winning currently complains about their coach. But that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is these players do not even do the basics. And one thing is when you are a professional footballer, irrespective of the formation that the coaches are set you guys to play, okay, there are still basics that are required of every professional. If a player who is a professional footballer cannot make 3 to 5 yard passes, then he has a problem. That is not the coach.
Who is this player that cannot make 3 to 5 yard passes?
It seems you don't watch our games.
Just give us a.
I doubt you watch the games.
Why should you watch your
Who
game?
is the player?
What is important
All
about
right.
it?
Mr. 9.5, for example.
Are you? I don't believe that is possible. Because who is your best player? And I'll give you an example of your best player not making a 3 to 5.
No, you don't. Chill. Every player in this world, even Messi, make wrong passes. That's not where I'm going. What I'm saying is, so many times it's been considered. Even Bruno, the captain, makes so much useless passes. But what I'm saying is, see, these basic ones are not from the coach. I see you guys blame Madueke so many times because he's not even doing the basics. He's not running back to help the defense. He's not passing where he's supposed to because you know those are not coach's errors. It is the footballer's error. The coach has a pattern to play, yes. However, irrespective of the pattern, you have a basic thing to do as a player, whether you are a midfielder or an attacker or a defender. You have the basics that you're supposed to do. I will give an example. I think it was Tottenham's second goal against Man U, not the Carling Cup, the league. Their second goal, where the ball was picked from Rashford. You need to go and watch that game where this Tottenham fast defender, what's his name? No, Van something, that Holland guy. Yeah. Where he picked the ball from Rashford. You need to see Rashford's body language. I'm not trying to single out Rashford here. No. I'm just giving an example. He was just like, oh, you don't win now. And he didn't track back. He was just trolling. Now, we know over the years, first of all, Casemiro's legs are gone. He doesn't have that, agility and all. He doesn't do he doesn't have the legs. Now, the right thing to do especially for our attackers, is to help the defense. Many of them will just be strolling up front and be looking at the defense. And there's no, of course, we don't have a goalkeeper. That one is standard. I've never liked that guy. I mean, Dele can testify to it right from day one. I said it is better we keep the gear or go for another goalkeeper. That guy is never a goalkeeper to me. The guy knows sabi anything. You get now. This new coach, I'll face this new coach now. Well, he believes that his 3-man defense will help him. Okay, I will stick with him because I believe in the guy. However, to me, this 3-man defense is an error, especially with this crop of players, is a very big error. And my reasons are this. The 2 white players are not majorly attackers. They are defenders. So their first instinct is more like to defend. So majority of the time when they win the ball, they can't go past their man. They will rather look for people to pass to. And majority of the time, they pass backward. Now, it is the 3 center backs that will start looking for who to, give the passes to and all of that. There are so many times our attackers will be waiting and frustrated. Majority of our problem now is because we do not score goals. Of course, we concede so many goals, but no, we still do not score goals. The number of goals we have conceded is more than the number of goals we have scored. Same thing as last season. The only time we scored more than we conceded from Erin Ten Hag's period was his first season. Now, our attackers missed so many chances. The game that got Erin Ten Hag sacked was against West Ham. In the first half alone, well, many of you have access. You can go watch the game. We should be 5-0 up. I mean, we should have scored 5 goals in the first half, and we missed everything. Sitters, like 4 clear chances. We missed everything. Those are not coach's error. The coach might have his own error in his setup or 1 or 2 players that he has infused in. But hey, you guys are professionals for God's sake. We all work in our various offices. Because if you are a team lead and they bring one nonsense guy, does that mean that the work will lag and you will not produce results for your team? No. You have to find a way. That's why you are a team. There are so many times that, of course, each and every one of you don't agree with the coach setup. Rollins was complaining bitterly yesterday when he saw the lineup, and he was thinking he even tweeted it, if we see draw today, we'll be happy. But they won because the other players understood, hey, we are a team and we have to find a way.
That's why Rollins is not a manager.
Well, yeah.
That's why it can never be.
Yeah. I'm just saying that, of course, as fans, we react to some of these things. But what I'm saying in essence is, see, these players are not giving their all. Believe me, the one player that I will hardly criticize is Bruno Fernandes. He does a lot of rubbish. In fact, a lot unnecessary rubbish. But believe me, that guy gives 100%. And even opposition fans, as much as you may not like him, of course, due to his nonsense attitude and all of that, you could see the guy giving his 100% every damn time. He has his own issues, just like every one of us, of course. But then, that guy gives his all. Majority of the other guys, they don't even do the basics. When growing up, when we were watching football growing up, we understood that when there is a corner kick, the first thing defenders do is to go and mount the pole, the 2 angles of the pole. If defenders don't do it, attackers will do it, and then defenders will mark their man. Right now, go and watch the game. Nobody does that thing again. Everybody just will manage and something like that. Now, part of the number one reason why I would blame our coach currently is these set pieces. This Onana's brother, what's his name? I don't know, Bayendi or something. He considered a goal, a direct corner kick against Tottenham. Then Onana considered the same thing. Yeah. Of course, I will blame the defense because they didn't protect their keeper. You can't do that when Lemar was keeping now. You go down chop blow for head as an attacker. But then our defenders just open their mouth as if they are not interested. Fine, I will blame the coach because the ball still stopped at his table. However, you are a professional, for God's sake. We, on our own, we play street football and we understand the basics. You cannot want to play a corner kick and 2 opposition are hovering around my goalkeeper and I will not go and protect the keeper. It's basics of football. But this professional seems not. Can you do that with Arsenal now? You can't. Big Gabby is there. You know, that's what I'm saying. So majority of these guys, and
Don't you think?
sorry,
Don't you think them not protecting the keeper, it destabilizes, for example, their zonal marking that you're supposed
no.
to play?
See, Lola, one thing I always say is this: if you as an individual, you are in whatever field you are, okay, and you see people that are successful in that profession, of course, you try to find out what they have done right. Of course, you can then tweak a little bit, to suit your own reality. However, you follow their model. Arsenal really concede to set pieces lately. Why not look at what they are doing right and do it? It's simple.
No,
Lala, can you
okay.
hear me?
If we let show, yeah, I can hear you. If we let
tell
show
him,
continue,
yes,
he'll write
he
a
write the
book.
book.
He'll write a
He's still trying to avoid the case that it's still the fault of the coach. Tottenham is having the same set piece issue. The coach is saying it's not going to change. It's not going to change. If you keep saying professional players are not doing their work, it's what the coach is telling them to do now. If you do something else, you sit on the bench.
Can I chip something in, please? Thank you. I know most people here, like Okwenka and Shu, they will say nonsense, but let me say my mind. You see, when it comes to a coach decision in a team, it is very vital. You need to understand people's or your players' reaction to different scenarios. So, at a time where I was maybe a figurehead coach, as Okwenka will call it, I had an issue, and a lot of people don't understand that issue till today. I know Sho is a very beautiful player. Even before Demokwenka, everybody knew Sho. Me and Sho, we have known each other. But at the time where I knew Sho, I saw that Sho is a more relaxed player. He's a player that he can do everything, but once he loses the ball or once you foul him, there is nothing that can make him get the ball back. And at the time, I just saw that because it was in a kind of team where everybody saw ourselves as equal, nobody could actually shout at the other. Do you understand? So I decided to drop Show from the team. And a lot of people, and Digi too, a lot of people don't understand the reason why I did it, but Show just mentioned something right now. Yes, there is there are a lot of things that is not the coach's fault, like scoring of goals or this, but you see little things like attitude, like reaction. I remember when I think in the Euros, yes, the coach wanted to bring in Sancho and Rashford. I still have that picture on my phone, and if you see their attitude on the touchline when they were about being subbed in, they were so relaxed. I remember Sancho put his two hands on his hips. Anybody can look up that picture. And there is no way you are trying to come in as a substitute to strengthen the weak legs and you have that kind of attitude. So even if
what's that the problem? If that things like that are happening, could it be an environment?
The problem is, you see, I think it has to do with the way the coach is dealing with the players. When you see that this is the kind of player you have, what you can do is motivate them. Show was right when he said the players, everybody, they are down. They lack motivation. The remaining motivation in that Man U team is the ones that come with a player like Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, regardless of him being finished or anything. So I think it has to do with motivation. If another coach comes in and he cannot motivate the player, I don't think Amorim is a kind of coach that can actually shout and motivate those players. Those players need a more aggressive coach.
I'd like to come when you're done, please.
Yeah, they need a very loud coach, a coach that can decide to drop you regardless of who you are and not attend to side talks and media and all that. That's what I have to say.
So I'm not sure he's probably going to disagree with this, but yeah, so I think their problems are in episodes. to be honest. So there was a video I was watching that one man said, my biggest problem is the fact that they have failed to realize that the glory days are gone and they are now a very regular club. So now they are forcing it back like those good days. So I think that's one of their problems. The other one is the fact that you see Man U. Okay, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I was having a conversation with someone on Twitter about this 9.5 guy. The guy was earning 26,000 in Bologna. Man U came calling and boom, 100,000. So player typically goes to Man U now to earn money. And that's just the truth. Because if that's not the truth, there's no club in this whole world that would rather pay Rashford 350,000 for what a week. So these are the issues they are facing. And apart from that, you said the reason why Amorim new manager's mask is not bouncing is because Shay is going to disagree, but I think Amorim is not the coach to fix United's problem. Number one, maybe because of his age, and I think his thought process is not for a coach that wants to come to a club that has so many crises. Because if he comes as a manager armed to resolve issues in the dressing room, to manage players' ego, he has not done it very well in his first few months.
He can't even do it.
Yeah, because
Well, is there anyone that can do this kind of job, like from halfway
Yes.
coming into
Elizabeth
halfway
was
into
very loud coach.
problem was actually Ralph Ragnick, to be honest. And he was about to do that for them, but because of the
But he was always temporary.
he was supposed to be
Okay.
sporting
Permanent
director
manager.
after
I like to come in here. Okay, so okay, like I said earlier, okay, when I began my statement, I said that our problem is multifaceted, and I said it earlier. So I don't know if you didn't hear that part. Anyway, but let's move forward. Now, as regards Rangnick, the problem is this. Don't forget that in all of this, and I'm also, trying to answer Olasam at the same time. The problem is, while you are trying to fix whatever problem, don't forget, you must not lose your dressing room or you'll be out of job in the next few weeks. Now, you have to strike a balance between you. If you think I don't know if it was Evra or someone that said it, that if Sir Alex Ferguson is still coaching up to this day, you'll probably end up in jail because of his style of coaching. Don't forget, he got the result at the time. But if he's coaching this new generation of players, he'll probably end up in jail for bullying and all sort of things. Now, while Mourinho was there, that was the reason why I supported Mourinho all through. Players will always have camps. Pogba had Martial and the likes with him. When he had issues with Mourinho, of course, everybody down tools, and Mourinho was sacked. Everybody knows that. Okay, OGS came in. When OGS came in, eventually, Pogba, Shaw, Rashford, Martial, and all of that, where did they end? Coaches like Mourinho, who have been successful over the years, if they tell you, see, this is the model, let us do this, these players are not giving their all, irrespective of the talent. Personally, I still believe Pogba is more talented than KDB. Personally, I still believe it because he can do a lot of things that KDB couldn't do. He could do it. And all the things that KDB could do, he could even do it.
Give us.
Pogba is a very great dribbler. KDB cannot. He doesn't dribble. Maybe you could take your time to watch KDB. He doesn't really dribble. Pogba is.
Sorry to take us back, but did you choose Hazard over Salah?
It seems you didn't get what I said. I said that I believe. Chill. I'm talking about talent, different things. Pogba is not talented, but KDB is the better, is the greater player because of all he achieved. Pogba is inconsistent. He's just talented. Talent doesn't amount to anything. I'm just telling you about the talent now. I'm not talking about, of course, Hazard is more talented than Hazard. Who doesn't know that? Sorry, Hazard is more talented than Salah. Who doesn't know that? But of course, talent does not translate to, greatness and all of those things. So let me not, drag us back. Now, when OGS was there, okay, and we were having our whatever, he was smiling with the players. He's one that cannot, say that a player is wrong and all of that, all those, make we just the raw player for head, even when they are doing nonsense. Now, when Rangnick came, he said, see, this team their hearts need to be pierced, open surgery. Of course, all the players disagree, this one, that one. We hardly won any game at the time because, of course, the guy has lost his dressing room. I am sure we couldn't sack Rangnick at the time because, I mean, it would be funny to sack a temporary coach, you know, someone that will just stay for 2 months or so. It would be funny. But we hardly win any game. We were struggling bitterly. Like, the players were not just doing anything during the games because the players, of course, have camps in the dressing room and they would disagree with the coach. And that's it. Like Ogbanika used to say, which I always agree with. It is easier to sack the coach than to sack 23 players, which is the truth. The coach is still the fall guy at the end of the day. So now, for this guy, he's quite young, and I'm sure he will learn a whole lot of things. Well, I just hope he doesn't learn the hard way. Maybe when he's out of job, that's when he will learn it. Okay?
I don't know if his age has anything to do with it, but I mean, coaching Sporting Lisbon, of course, is different from coaching, arguably one of the biggest clubs in the world that is in crisis. Apart from that, there's also the media in England. They know how to pile on pressure, whether you think you're doing well or not, or you think you're doing the right thing. There'll be always someone who is saying something in the media that affects not just you. It makes it question your own, even your tactics. The players would publicly, and the times have changed. The media is now social, is everywhere, is digital, and all these things. Players are always reading, managers are always reading. It's very hard, to clear your head in this regard. And I just want us to close on this topic and say what we think the solution to Man United's problem is, because they can't just be them that these kind of things happens to almost all the time. It's been so many years now. There's never like one season where you think, oh, they are going to be great or they are great. What do you think is the solution to Man U's problem? I'm going to start with Rollins.
Okay, so for me, I think Man U's problem is down to the culture of the club. And the solution is just clear out a lot of players. I don't know if they can do that the way Chelsea did rather. They should just clear. They have a lot of players, like those players. They can't play to instructions of the coaches. The likes of Rashford, who else again? Garnacho, a lot of average players in Manchester United. They just need to clear a lot of players and get in the players of that coach that he wants.
Okay.
Just the way
So
Conte did.
are you saying none of these players at Man U, like the ones you've mentioned now, they can't play for Amorim at Man United? They shouldn't be there.
They can't. They can't. You can't have Zezi. Who is Zezi? Rashford, Garnacho. They're average players.
So was Zexi a player for what's his name? For what's his guy's name? The former coach. Do you think he was a player that he wanted, or the club just imposed on him?
Don't know about that decision, but you can't watch Zez and think he's going to he has a talent, like he's a talent player, he's a talented player. No, I don't even know the kind of pattern he plays. I don't know.
9.5.
No, I don't know. I don't even understand his style. Honestly, the truth is just clear out the whole team.
Well, that's not realistic now. So Dele, what do you think? Man United's solution?
It's not realistic. It's going to take about 3 years to do that. Based on the salary of those players.
Okay, thank you, Ronald. Before I say what I'll just reply to what Ronald said. Look at Man United the last 4 years. It's not the same set of players. So even if you say they sell everybody, how are you sure they're going to buy whoever they're going to buy? Bring in Daniel, bring this. After a few months, if you do not still change the way the club is, I like the work point person. He said the earlier the better for them. They have to realize they are no more that concentrate on stabilizing that team. For me, if the coach don't change his ways of playing, it's good. Nothing is going to happen. It's going to get sacked. They're going to bring another coach.
You think he's going to get sacked at the end of the season?
Okay, let them keep losing. You see.
Okay, that brings us to. I mean, they asked him a question after the last match, and the interviewer was like, "Oh, Do you think it's going to be a relegation battle? He said no. And are you going to change your style? He said no. So if Man United have found themselves in a relegation battle scrap, do you think they are going to sack someone who they just hired, Amorim, for big money, not small
I
money?
mean, do they have a choice?
Okay, for me, I think they wouldn't sack this guy, irrespective of what happens. To me, I think they will not. They will not sack him. Yeah, they won't.
I think he needs a preseason, and I think it is better he starts. He put his foot down now on his philosophy now, so that by the end of the season, if they stay up, because wallahi, they will go down, they will go championship. He has to put his philosophy down now, so that by next season everyone sits up. I think that's is fair thing to do, but the league is a horrible league. People will take advantage of you now.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said that other coaches have used this back four that you're saying. Where did they end up? They ended up being sacked. The same
They were not 14th
back four
position,
that you have
no.
asked me to use.
They didn't.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
Where did
Hold on.
Eric Ten Hag leave
You
us?
didn't let me finish my submission before you
Chill.
came out. It's you that should chill. He asked me, you didn't let me finish my submission. You just
Yeah,
came
there
in
you go.
because it's mine.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is every Arsenal went through this. You might say it's not the same, but stabilize the club first. Start winning a few games first before you even put in the idea of this player at the back with this. One problem with it to understand about Eric Ten Hag is he tried to play his own kind of style too, but he found out that these boys cannot do it. What did he do? He changed. He went back to defend and counter, which is we know is what has been getting Man U results for the past few years. He won a few trophies, but my United fans forget that they are no more longer that big club. Oh, we want to play the football, want to do this. He changed it. It's messing up. Next year, we'll still talk about this same issue with this same Amora. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah. So basically what I want to say is this. This guy believes, like I said earlier, okay, I believe this guy. Yeah. That's for me. He can get sacked tomorrow. It's fine. There's no big deal. But so far, so good. I believed him because I saw what he did at Sporting. Fine. Sporting and Man U are two different places, of course. But then I saw what he did at Sporting.
But we also want
And I feel, this guy, chill now, chill. And this guy believes,
Please,
what
your
has
submission,
gotten
let
me
someone else
success.
talk. Don't. It's not like when listening
Yeah.
to you. Make the submission, let another person talk.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're taking too long.
He wanted to cut me short, and I said he should hold on.
Yeah, the problems of Man U plenty now, so I can understand when Cho wants to say so many things. This is an outlet for him
like
to
I
get
said,
things off his chest.
Yeah, come on. No big deal. Like I said, okay, so this guy feels that, see, 3 at the back is the best for me, and I'll stick to it. Whichever player comes in will meet this current system and we adjust to it. Majority, forget about all they are not a big club, they are not wanting, forget. Majority of the problem the club has now is poor recruitment over the years. That's just the problem. I mean, 9.5 was just signed this summer. And the guy is, I mean, as I be playable past that guy. Forget.
You guys were happy. You guys were happy.
Who was happy? Who was happy? Me.
When you signed 2 players
Me.
one day.
Me. Please
United,
ask Dele.
United
Me. If I ask, wait, Lala, have you forgotten me about 9.5? Come on. Lala, you literally knew my stand from day one about this 9.5 guy.
Yep.
So forget. So what I'm saying in essence is, see, this crop of players, okay, irrespective of the coach, they are just who they are. Get them out and bring, of course, in faces. However, the coach believes this is the system that has been bringing him results, and he feels that this system is what he wants to use so that anybody who comes in can make this system. Now, one of the crises that City is currently facing is poor recruitment for the past few seasons, because majority of the star players, they aren't really delivering. Now, the recent recruitment, of course, because they are average players, look at where they are. But I'm not going to City before you people drag me that City is in 7, and we are in 16. So what I'm saying in essence is, I'm saying comment. So what I'm saying in essence,
So that
what I'm saying in
we'll talk
essence
about Man
is,
City later.
for now, okay, I still want to stick with this guy for now, because see, the systems we are saying, go back to back four, use 4-3-3, use 4-2-3-1. That is what got Eric Ten Hag sacked with this same player. So what are you saying?
Okay.
Let him use another
Okay.
team. If that we also get him
Okay.
sacked, we bring in another
No
person.
worries.
That's it.
Akbayinka, so if they find themselves in a relegation battle, should they sack Amorim?
Thank you for this huge opportunity. I want to appreciate everybody. But to be honest, but first I'm going to answer, but I want to correct Sho. Sho said Ralph Ragnick was losing all his games. That's not true. He played 29 matches. He won 11, drew 9, and lost 9. Right? So I think my problem now is you did not know that you were going to go deeper. You thought you were going to get better. If you had known, Mourinho would not have gone, Ragnick would not have gone, it would not have happened in that sequence. So that being said, I think Yoruba said something like which means you are going to look at what you have on ground before you make informed decision. You can't come and say you want to play 3-4-3. What you need to do first is look at what do I have? How many center backs do I have? How many wing backs do I have? You can't just say my philosophy at Sporting Lisbon is 3-4-3, then I'm going to United. But I think it's also a hallmark of young players. And I'm not surprised because I witnessed AVB at Chelsea. Even with this old zonal marking, it's something
managers, you mean, Nabi?
Yes, I experienced it a long time ago. I know he will learn, like VDM, he's going to learn, but he might not learn.
Banger.
Did you just say VDM?
Yeah, that part. He says he's going to learn. So I'm sure this guy is going to, I'm not sure he's going to learn on my job or another job, but I think the best solution to the problem is to look at now they're in relegation battle, whether I like it or not. How do we stay safe? Then after that, maybe you can implement his 3-4-3, whatever season he wants to.
Yeah, but there's no even guarantee that you change to back four and then they're going to
maybe they'll get saved on the final day. We'll watch.
Yeah. So okay, Toby, go on.
Yeah, sorry. In my opinion, I think Man U's problem is fundamental. Is back to Ferguson days, and it will take some time to resolve it. If I look at many clubs, Arsenal, for example, most clubs that have had long-term managers eventually seem without a structure built around it. If it was built around the manager, they will always seem to have this kind of problems. Man U has it, Arsenal had it, until you come back to change the structure. So structure first. And I think Ronaldo mentioned a couple of things that we all took for granted when he was there. The facilities were gone. So many other things were not there. Were not working. He went as far as talking about, I think, ball boys or thereabout. So those little things, as minute as we take them to be, it's the reason why they cannot recruit proper players. You buy 9.5, you buy Pocoli in Antony, that's the problem. You don't have capable staff to do that job, then you go so in my own opinion, I think Man is in for it for a longer time.
Wow.
Maybe I think that maybe another 2 years. Well, if the Ineos guys are able to put the structure. But if you look, for example, they brought in Dan Alford, and the guy is in fact, we don't know the reason why yet. So
they said he was the one who convinced them not to sack Eric Ten Hag in the summer.
Yeah, because Eric is not still the problem, whether we like it or not. It's not the problem. This guy is going to suffer. Amorim is going to suffer.
Yeah, but if Eric, I'm not trying to cut you, sorry, but if Eric had been sacked in the summer and this guy, came in the summer, had preseason with his people and probably did his own recruitment, I don't think we'll be in this relegation battle. Yeah, personally, it's just my own opinion anyway.
Well, it's your opinion, but I think your problem is just your playing staff. A couple of them are not. They are not. Well, I can't say they are not good players because, truthfully, many of the players that come to your club these days, they were good before somewhere. All of a sudden, they come and become
So it's like a graveyard. It's a graveyard.
And the ones that are there and they leave.
Exactly.
They okay.
Exactly. Still go they okay. So if you look at it, that's why I keep saying that it's a structural issue. We should Man U's problem be not just be guys playing on the field, 11 man running around. It's a structural issue. And Ronaldo has said it. That's why that guy remains a good. He sees things in advance.
We're going to move on now. Very good, Man United.
Thank you. This dragging is too much.
So, hopefully, not even hopefully, we'll see what happens to Man United, whether they get better or they don't get better, right? And this is for the glory.
We get better in Jesus' name.
Nothing concern Jesus with football, whether you like it or not. Nothing concern Jesus with football. So we're going to move on to the next topic now, which is the top four, right? Let me stop this music. Stop them like their team, their team. Top four. Now we're halfway through the season, and a lot of things have happened. People who didn't think they would, be challenging are challenging. People who should be challenging, they're making their way back into the fold. People who thought they would be in the top four, they are in relegation battles and things like that. So I want this to go around. Just tell me who your top four is, because we're rounding off with this. Who's going to be the top four at the end of the season? Who's going to win the league, and then the rest of the top four? Just mention it. If you want to give reasons, don't let it pass 1 minute. I'm going to start with Toby Papite.
All right, so number one will be Liverpool, because they have the edge, and they have the experienced players in Salah, Van Dijk, and Arnold. So that's the card they will be using. Except unforeseen injury, but Liverpool stand as my number one to win the league. Number two is Arsenal. Arsenal, because they've gone 3 seasons trying to win the league. They know what it takes right now. And not going to win it because their manager is not the guy that will take them to the next level. They need a new manager to do that. Number 3 is Chelsea. Of course, a young squad, spent a couple of bucks. The manager that is trying his best. So number 3. And lastly, Man City, number 4.
Okay, you think Man City's troubles are over? They're going to make the top 4.
Man City is going to edge it because of Pep. That's what I think.
Akwenyika, what's your top 4?
Yeah, I think so. I think unless something strange happens. So there's this sentimental part that wants me to say Chelsea 2, but Arsenal 2 actually. Then Chelsea 3, then City 4. Because I think along the line City will get it right. And they are the only team in this top 4 that I think that is capable of going on a run. So yeah, City 4.
Okay, all right. Dele.
Yeah, I'll go with the same number Toby went with. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and City.
Wow. You don't want to set yourself up for you think Liverpool, you don't think Arsenal would catch up to Liverpool?
I mean, because you're a fan, don't mean you should go down. I mean, they have what, 9 points or how many points? And they are
6.
attacking wise. I mean, they have one game ahead. And attacking wise, they're like the best right now. I mean, you see how they play. So, like you said again, except something different happens. So we don't know.
Okay. Rollins. Just because the people they wait for you. they wait for
Why offer you can't say for you? I want to understand.
I don't have my word for you.
In no particular order. Arsenal.
No.
Man City.
that. You have to order it.
No, the truth is, I don't think Liverpool is going to win all their games till the end of the season. So for now, they are topping. So
we're not saying for now. We want you at the end of the season. Who do you think would be top 1, 2, 3, 4? Just put names, club names to those 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end of the season, not now. Because whether you like it or not, at the beginning of the season, this is not what everyone thought. Like, people didn't think Man City would be, struggling like this. So,
no fear now. Talk your point now.
No, okay.
He doesn't want to get dragged.
No, it's not about dragging. Arsenal, Liverpool, City, that 4th spot, I don't know, is going to be, I don't know, between Chelsea and Aston Villa. I don't know.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I think the most further thing that people wanted to hear you mention was first and second, and they've gotten that already. Allah salam.
Okpayinka, please, did you note that?
I have an audio recording.
Yeah, yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I think Liverpool first. Because of the number of games or that Arsenal have been in Europe and everything, I don't think they are really focused on anything at the moment. I think they are going to drop. So I would say I am Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3, then maybe Man City 4. Aston Villa coach is really doing good. And the reason why I think Man City can still make it to the top 4 is because of who they are and I mean their kind of coach. But for me, I think Liverpool 1, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 3, Man City or Aston Villa 4.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And
Is
from 20 behind, I think Man United.
Get out. Okay, for me, I think is Liverpool. Liverpool has won the league for me. Liverpool. Then second should be maybe Arsenal. Third, Chelsea. Then fourth, Man City. But I still believe that Man City could probably be third. Yeah, because of course Pep and then who Man City is. But I want to stick with Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City. Nottingham will probably be fifth or sixth. Yeah.
So you guys, nobody's even look. Okay, I was gonna say nobody thinks Nottingham Forest would make the top 4, which is fine. Understandable. Who am I missing? Anyone hasn't had the top 4? Yeah, I think everyone's had the top 4. Dele, you had yours, right? Oh, just me.
Yeah.
The opinion of the host doesn't matter. Now. I'm here to
Yeah,
moderate
let's
things.
see.
Yeah.
It does
Okay.
matter. Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter.
I think the winner is, as everyone has rightly said, I think would be Liverpool. Second, I'm going to go for an unpopular choice, right? I think Nottingham Forest will be second. I think Chelsea will be third, and Arsenal will be fourth. So as you
Banter material.
Oh, Jean-Pierre.
So yeah, we've come to the end of the program. I think Super Sunday there's Liverpool versus Man United. Would Amorim shock us? Would see. I think after the game we'll probably schedule the next podcast. So thank you all for making the first episode of Truth and Banter.
So I want something to add, Charlie. I just want Man U relegate to. Let's see what's adding function in the championship.
Yeah, true, Sha. That would be a nice thing to witness. How would
It
they?
will be interesting. We love it.
I have something to say. Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, I have wanted to say. I just want to shout out to all Arsenal fans. I really don't know what they think they
I go
are.
with it. Will be by Jerry.
All I just want to say is they are not a threat in Europe or in England. They should just forget about it. They should go and wine and dine with their coach and forget about anything trophy.
Please, I have one question for Rollins, please, before we end. Rollins, please, what gives you so much confidence in Arsenal, please?
Thank you.
About winning the league.
About
Not
everything.
anything.
If they can win everything, including AFCON, what gives you that confidence?
Of course, when you look at how did I put it now? How will I put it now?
You have nothing to say, bro.
When you look at performance against last year, we are ahead of every other teams. So I'll stick with that belief that we're going to go far.
Okay.
The performance that didn't win you anything, or which one? Or the one that won you something?
Now your voice don't loud, Abby. Now your own voice don't loud. Okay.
Yes, now. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to predict the scoreline for Liverpool.
Please.
Man.
Yeah.
Please, we don't need
God
this.
bless you.
Please, let's end this. We don't need it, please.
We need it. Toby, please go on.
Go on. As we sign out, everyone drop your prediction. Just prediction only. Oh.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Liverpool 6, 6, Man U 1.
Liverpool 1, Man U 1.
Then you be pressing, you get sense.
So for me, I'm not going to say
Liverpool 0, Man U 1.
For me, I'm not using this particular scoreline. Like I say, Liverpool to win both halves.
No, we know they do betting score now. Prediction, don't you bet prediction will be fine.
See, if you see person with the bet, go down and say,
Exactly.
which one?
All right, so guys, see you later.
Ciao.
Thank
Alright.
you.